back to my class. This is Rumana Ali. I hope you all are doing well. The age of adolescence. So in boys or in males, the sex organs are testes, and these testes are the male reproductive parts, and they are responsible for the production of male reproductive cells. In the last lesson, we have already discussed about the male reproductive cells that are called as sperm cells. So, the production of sperm cells takes place in the testes only. Therefore, the testes are considered as the main male reproductive parts. And when we talk about the females or the girls, then in the girls the reproductive part is called as ovary. So, ovaries are the reproductive parts that are present in the females, and these ovaries are responsible for the production of female reproductive cells, which are called as ovum or egg cells. And even the other changes can also be observed in both boys and girls, and that are the growth of the hairs. In boys, the growth of the hairs takes place on the chin or on the upper lips. That is nothing but mustache or beard that grows in the boys when they enter the age of adolescence, and the breast increases in the girls when they enter the age of adolescence, and even the hairs grows on the armpits and the genital areas in both boys and girls when they enter the age of adolescence. So, this is about the development of the sex organs in boys and in girls when they enter the age or the period of adolescence. Let us talk about the reproductive phase of life in humans. We know that reproduction is a kind of life process that enables the microorganisms to continue their generation. So, at what age the ability begins and till what age it continues? So, it is a limited period of time in both males and females at which they produce the reproductive cells. So, when we talk about the age at which this ability starts or begins is 11 to 15 years. During any of the time the reproductive cells start producing in the males and in the females, it depends upon the body of the person. It varies from person to person. So, depending upon the hormones that are present in their body, they show the beginning of the production of reproductive cells. In the males, the reproductive cells can be produced up to a longer period of time, that is till 70 to 80 years, the male can produce the reproductive cells. And when we talk about the females, then it is a limited period, that is up to 45 to 50 years they can produce the reproductive cells. So, the time during which the production of the reproductive cells takes place and it continues is different in both males and females. In the males, it is a very longer period, and in females, it is up to a limited age. Up till we were discussing about the changes that happens in the teenagers. Now, we will discuss about some social evils that happens in our society with the adolescents. That is, the one of them is child marriage. Child marriages is one of the social evil that can be seen in many of the states, and in our state also it can be seen. We can see that the girls and the boys at the very early stages of their life, they are getting married. At an age of 11 to 15 years, they are getting married. So, this is a very wrong practice. Sometimes a girl of age 13 to 14 years, they are getting married to a man. So, after getting married, we know that they are able to produce the reproductive cells. So, even though they are able to produce the reproductive cells, they cannot attain the maturity till the age of 20 years. And if they give birth to a child below 20 years, then they can face many different problems. The mental and the physical health of a girl can be affected because of this child marriage. So, it is very wrong practice that needs to be banned. So, government has given certain laws to ban this child marriages, and they have decided an age to marry a girl or a boy. For the girls, the age that has been given by the government is 21 years, and for the boys it is 23 years. So, it is a very wrong practice. It is a social evil which needs to be banned in all the states and in all the countries. The next thing is fast and frigid. Let us talk about the behavior of the adolescents, the teenagers, the children around an age of 13 to 19 years. Sometimes they take the decisions within a very short period of time. Means fastly they will take the decisions on their own. They think that they are independent. They do not allow their parents to interfere in their matters, and they take the decisions in a very short period of time. that means very fast, and sometimes we can see some of the children or some of the adolescents that they are very late to take the decisions for their own sake. So, this type of behavior can be observed in the adolescents. So, this is called as fast and frigid behavior of the teenagers. Let us discuss about the hormones and adolescence. We know that carbohydrates, fats, lipids, proteins, vitamins, these are all substances that helps us to build up the cells, that helps us to carry out the different activities in our body. And even we have studied about the enzymes, which are the special molecules that helps to carry out certain cell activities and also helps in the process of digestion. So, what are hormones? Hormones are the chemical messengers or the chemical substances that brings out the changes in our body. There are many changes that takes place at the different stages of our life. So, all these changes happens because of the secretion of the hormones. In simple words, we can define the hormones as chemical messengers that brought out the changes in our body. When you see a baby born without the teeth, and at the age of 6 months the teeth starts growing, the teeth comes out, and at the age of 6 to 7 years the milk teeth shed off and the new teeth, the permanent teeth comes out. So, all these changes are, so behind all these changes, who are responsible? Those are nothing but hormones. So, because of the secretion of the hormones, there are various changes, various number of changes that takes place in the human body, and the system of the hormones is called as endocrine system. How the system of breathing and respiration is called as respiratory system, and how the system of digestion is called as digestive system. Likewise, the system of hormones is called as endocrine system, and this endocrine system shows the presence of many different glands, and that glands are responsible for the secretion of different hormones. So, based on the glands, this endocrine system shows the presence of two types of glands, that are exocrine glands and endocrine glands. Now, the question is, are all secretions can be called as hormones? No. The all secretions cannot be called as hormone, because there are certain glands present in our body who do not secrete hormones. The other substances are secreted by that glands, and that type of glands are called as exocrine glands. Exocrine glands are nothing but the glands which do not secrete hormones. They are called as exocrine glands. For example, salivary glands. Salivary glands are present in our mouth, and these glands secretes saliva. So, we cannot call the saliva as hormone, because it is not a hormone. So, here the secretion of the glands which are not hormones, that glands are called as exocrine glands. One more example we can take is lacrimal glands. Lacrimal glands are present in our eyes and they secrete tears. Tears are also, we cannot call the tears as hormones. So, this type of secretions can take place by the type called exocrine glands, and these glands shows a duct or a tube like structures through which the secretions comes out, or through which the different substances secretes. So, they are also called as duct gland. So, based on the presence of the glands are differentiated into two types, exocrine glands and endocrine glands. And when we talk about the endocrine glands, they are the ductless. The duct cannot, we cannot find the duct present in the endocrine glands. So, these are also called as ductless glands, and these are the glands that secretes hormones. So, the glands which secretes hormones, they are called as endocrine glands and they are ductless. So, if we take the example of pituitary gland is present in our brain. If the secretion of the pituitary gland has to show its effect on our legs, so how it comes to the legs? As it is a ductless gland, there is no any duct or a tube present through which the secretions passes. So, how the secretions passes towards the leg? So, the secretions can be mixed up with the blood, and after mixing up with the blood, the blood carry the secretions towards that particular part on which it has to show its effect. So, in this way, the secretions or the hormones that are secreted by the endocrine glands, they are mixing up with the blood, and the blood carry that secretions to the different body parts. This is about the hormones and adolescence. तो अभी हम बात करेंगे हार्मोन्स की। हार्मोन्स यानी ऐसे केमिकल सब्सटेंसेस जो कि हमारे बॉडी में सीक्रेट होते हैं और जो कई तरह के चेंजेस के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल होते हैं। और हार्मोन के सिस्टम को हम बोलते हैं एंडोक्राइन सिस्टम। एंडोक्राइन सिस्टम में दो तरह के ग्लैंड्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं, एक है एक्सोक्राइन ग्लैंड्स और एक है एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड्स। एक्सोक्राइन ग्लैंड्स यानी ऐसे वाले ग्लैंड्स जो कि हार्मोन्स नहीं सीक्रेट करते हैं, दूसरे सब्सटेंसेस को सीक्रेट करते हैं, वो वाले ग्लैंड्स को हम बोलेंगे एक्सोक्राइन ग्लैंड्स। और ये एक्सोक्राइन ग्लैंड्स जो भी सीक्रेट करते हैं वो मटेरियल को पास करने के लिए एक डक्ट प्रेजेंट होता है इनमें, तो इसके लिए इनको डक्ट ग्लैंड भी बोलेंगे। यहाँ पर एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं सलाइवरी ग्लैंड जो कि सलाइवा को सीक्रेट करते हैं, लैक्रिमल ग्लैंड जो कि टीयर्स को सीक्रेट करते हैं। सलाइवरी ग्लैंड हमारे माउथ में प्रेजेंट होते हैं और लैक्रिमल ग्लैंड हमारे आईज में प्रेजेंट होते हैं। अब बात करेंगे एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड्स की। एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड्स यानी डक्टलेस ग्लैंड, जिसके अंदर कोई भी डक्ट या फिर ट्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर प्रेजेंट नहीं होगा, और ये वाले ग्लैंड सिर्फ और सिर्फ हार्मोन्स ही सीक्रेट करेंगे। और हार्मोन्स जो भी सीक्रेट करते हैं ये एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड्स, अगर उनको कोई दूसरी बॉडी पार्ट में जाना होता है उनका इफेक्ट बताने के लिए, चेंज बताने के लिए, तब वो ब्लड के थ्रू, ब्लड में मिक्स होकर वो वाले पार्ट की तरफ रीच करते हैं और फिर उनका इफेक्ट बताते हैं। तो इस तरह से एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड्स जो भी सीक्रेट करते हैं वो बिना डक्ट के ही ब्लड में मिक्स हो जाते हैं और फिर डिफरेंट बॉडी पार्ट्स के पास ट्रांसपोर्ट किए जाते हैं जहां पर उनको उनका इफेक्ट बताना होता है। ठीक है, सो दिस इज अबाउट द एंडोक्राइन सिस्टम, द हार्मोनल सिस्टम। द हार्मोन्स दैट आर सीक्रेट, दे आर वेरी माइन्यूट इन क्वांटिटी. A very small amount of the hormones are secreted, but they can show the different changes in our body. They can route up the different changes in by the different parts of our body. So this is the role of the hormones in the period of adolescence. Let us discuss about the endocrine system in both males and females. What are the glands that are present as a common in both males and females, and what are the different glands that are present in males and females? So in the brain, a pituitary gland, a small gland is present which is named as pituitary gland. It is also called as a master gland because it controls the function of all the other glands that are present in the different parts of our body. So therefore it is also called as master gland, and it shows many secretions. They show the secretion of the growth hormones and the luteinizing hormones and also the follicle stimulating hormones. So the growth hormones helps in the growth of the males and the females, and luteinizing hormones helps in the production of, helps in carrying out certain cellular activity, and follicle stimulating hormone helps in activating the reproductive system of both males and females. So this is about the pituitary gland that is located in our brain, and the throat is a region in which the thyroid glands are present, and these thyroid glands are responsible for the secretion of a substance or a hormone named as thyroxine. Thyroxine is a hormone which helps in carrying out the different cellular activities, and it helps in the cell metabolism. The cellular metabolism can be achieved by the secretion of a hormone called thyroxine by the gland named thyroid gland, and it is present in our throat. The kidneys. Kidneys are the parts where the adrenal glands are present. At the top of the kidneys or at the surface of the kidneys, some glands are present which are named as adrenal glands, and these adrenal glands releases the hormone called adrenaline. This hormone controls the emotions. All the emotions that are shown by the human, this is because of the secretion of a hormone called adrenaline. That is happiness, sadness or angriness, fear, all these emotions can be shown or it can be expressed by the secretion of a hormone called adrenaline. And the digestive system of both males and females shows the presence of a gland which is named as pancreas. So pancreas are the glands that are responsible for the secretion of a hormone called insulin. Insulin is a very important hormone that should be present in a proper quantity in our body because its main function is to control the sugar level of the blood. If it is not properly present in our body, then it leads to a condition which is called as diabetes mellitus. So the insulin is a hormone that controls the level of the sugar in the blood. The blood sugar can be controlled by the secretion of a hormone called insulin, and this insulin can be secreted by a gland called pancreas which is present in the digestive system of both males and females. So up till we were discussing about the glands that are present commonly in both males and females. But now the reproductive system of the males shows the presence of different glands when compared to the females. So in the males, the reproductive system shows the presence of glands named testes. These testes releases the hormone called testosterone, and this testosterone enables the male reproductive system to produces the male reproductive cells, and in this way the activation of the reproductive system in the males can be carried out by the secretion of a hormone called testosterone. In the females, ovaries are the glands that are present in the reproductive system, and these ovaries secretes the hormone called estrogen or progesterone. These ovaries secretes a hormone called progesterone. This progesterone is a hormone which can be secreted in the females by the glands called ovaries, and due to this secretion the reproductive system can be activated and the female reproductive cells can be produced by these secretions. So in the adolescents, in the teenagers, the secretion of all these hormones are very active. This is about the endocrine system or the secretion of the hormones in both males and females during the period of adolescence. It is very active और इट इज़ वेरी रैपिड. तो अभी हम बात करेंगे एंडोक्राइन सिस्टम, मेल्स में जो प्रेजेंट होते हैं ग्लैंड्स और फीमेल्स में जो ग्लैंड्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं उनके बारे में. मेल्स में और फीमेल्स में दोनों में पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड प्रेजेंट होता है हमारे ब्रेन में, और ये पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड ऐसे हार्मोन्स को सीक्रेट करता है जो कि ग्रोथ में और रिप्रोडक्टिव फंक्शंस को कैरी आउट करने के लिए हेल्प करता है. ठीक है, ये पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड को मास्टर ग्लैंड भी कहा जा सकता है क्योंकि सारे ग्लैंड्स इसके अंडर कंट्रोल में रहते हैं, इसके लिए इसको मास्टर ग्लैंड भी कहा जाएगा. और थ्रोट एक ऐसा रीजन है जिसके अंदर थायराइड ग्लैंड्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं, और ये थायराइड ग्लैंड्स थायरॉक्सिन के नाम का हार्मोन सीक्रेट करता है जो कि कई तरह के मेटाबॉलिज्म को कैरी आउट करने के लिए हेल्प करता है. द नेक्स्ट वन इज किडनीज. किडनीज की ऊपर सरफेस पर थोड़े से ग्लैंड्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं जिसको हम बोलेंगे एड्रिनल ग्लैंड्स, और ये एड्रिनल ग्लैंड्स एड्रेनालिन के नाम का हार्मोन सीक्रेट करता है. इसके सीक्रेशन के वजह से ही हमारे सारे इमोशंस को हम एग्जीक्यूट कर सकते हैं, एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं. और नेक्स्ट है पैंक्रियाज जो कि डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम में प्रेजेंट होता है. ये दोनों में भी प्रेजेंट होगा, मेल्स में और फीमेल्स में. ये सारे जो जितने भी ग्लैंड्स अभी पढ़े हैं ना हम, ये सारे मेल्स और फीमेल्स दोनों में भी प्रेजेंट होते हैं. और पैंक्रियाज भी एक ऐसा ग्लैंड है जो कि इंसुलिन हार्मोन को सीक्रेट करता है, और इंसुलिन हार्मोन का फंक्शन है ब्लड के शुगर लेवल को कंट्रोल में रखना. ठीक है, अब बात करेंगे रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम की. टेस्टिस ऐसे ग्लैंड्स है जो कि मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम में प्रेजेंट होते हैं और वो टेस्टोस्टेरोन हार्मोन को सीक्रेट करते हैं. और फीमेल्स के रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम में ओवरीज ऐसे ग्लैंड्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं जो कि प्रोजेस्टेरोन नेम के हार्मोन्स को सीक्रेट करते हैं, और ये सीक्रेशन की वजह से ही रिप्रोडक्टिव फंक्शंस अच्छे से कैरी आउट कर सकते हैं मेल्स और फीमेल्स, और रिप्रोडक्टिव सेल्स भी प्रोड्यूस होते हैं. So this is about the different types of hormones that secretes in a very active manner in the adolescence, that is in the teenagers. As the growth in the adolescence is very fast and rapid, the cells are also growing in a rapid manner, and the metabolic reactions are also taking place in the adolescence in a very active manner. So all these things are happening in the body of the adolescents. They need to maintain the hygienic conditions. So the cleanliness is a very important step that needs to be followed by the adolescents. They need to take bath twice a day because the secretion of the oil and the sweat is more in the teenagers, so they need to take bath daily twice a day. They should keep their body clean. So cleanliness is a very important step that needs to be followed by the teenagers. And one more thing is balanced diet. Generally see that the teenagers are they are more attractive towards the junk food. So if they eat only the junk food, then that is not enough to build their cells, to produce the new cells in the body. That is not enough. So as the cells are growing rapidly and as the production of the cells takes place in the adolescence, they need to have a balanced food, a diet which contains all the essential components of the food like proteins, vitamins, minerals, fibers. All these things should be present in that diet. That is called as balanced diet. So to be healthy and to face the changes that occurs in the body of the adolescents, they need to have a balanced diet. Let's have a quick recapitulation of the lesson, the age of adolescence. Adolescence is the period that is between the childhood and adulthood. The children of 13 to 19 years, they are in the phase of adolescence and they can be technically termed as adolescent. And we can observe many external and internal changes in the teenagers. We have discussed about the external changes in this lesson, and that are change in height, voice change, sweat and pimples. So, these are some of the changes that can be observed in the adolescence. The height increases rapidly in both boys and girls when they enter the phase of adolescence, and especially in the boys, and usually in the boys becomes hoard, and they show the neck region of the boy shows some protrusion, and that protrusion of the heart structure is called as Adam's apple. Adam's apple is nothing but the protrusion of the larynx. So, because of this protrusion, the voice becomes hoards in the boys, and the sebaceous glands and the sweat glands are very active. So, they secrete more amount of the sweat and the oil that leads to the formation of the pimples in the adolescence. So, this is about some of the changes that happens in the teenagers. Let us talk about the development of the sex organs. In boys or in the males, the sex organs called testes are developed during this period, and these testes are responsible for the production of male reproductive cells called sperm cells, and in the females the ovaries are able to produce the reproductive cells when the girls enter into the age of adolescence, and that reproductive cells that are produced by the ovaries are called as egg cells. The reproductive phase of life in humans, when the reproductive phase begins and when it ends. So, this is based on the person, it differs from person to person. Usually between the age 11 to 15, the reproductive phase begins, and it ends up more faster in females when compared to the males, because the males can be able to produce the reproductive cells till the age of 80 years, but the females can produce the reproductive cells till the age of 45 to 50 years. So, it is a limited age given in the females for the production of reproductive cells. And when we talk about the behavior of the adolescents, then it can be termed as the fast and frigid, because sometimes some of the adolescents, they think that they became independent and they take the decisions very fast without any thinking, without any suggestions taken from the parents. They take the decisions, and sometimes they do not take the decisions. They are very late in taking the decisions for them. So, this kind of behavior, fast and frigid behavior, can be seen in the adolescents. And hormones and adolescence, hormones are the chemical messengers that are secreted in our body that routes up many changes in the human body. So, the hormonal system, the hormones that are present in the system, that system is called as endocrine system, and this system shows the presence of two main types of glands, exocrine glands and endocrine glands. Exocrine glands are the duct gland and endocrine glands are the ductless glands. The exocrine glands do not secrete hormones. For example, salivary glands and lacrimal glands. Salivary gland secretes saliva, which is not a hormone, and even the lacrimal gland secretes tears, which is not a hormone. So, in this way, the duct gland which do not secrete the hormones, they are termed as exocrine glands. And endocrine glands are the ductless glands. So, whatever the secretions they secrete, that is mixed up in the blood and that is carried to the different parts of the body where they have to show its effect. And here is a list of endocrine glands. There is pituitary gland, which is present in our brain and they secrete the growth hormones. Thyroid gland is present in the throat and it secretes a hormone called thyroxine, which helps in carrying out the cellular metabolism. Adrenal gland is present on the surface of the kidneys, which secretes the adrenaline hormone that controls the emotions. And pancreas is a gland which is present in the digestive system of both males and females, and this gland is responsible for the secretion of a hormone called insulin, and insulin is a very important hormone that controls the blood sugar level. The sugar level of the blood is under the control of a hormone called insulin. The testes are the glands that are present in the male reproductive system, which helps in the activation of male reproductive cells, and ovaries are the glands that are present in the female reproductive system. It is responsible for the secretion of the hormones like progesterone, and these hormones helps the females to produces or to activate the female reproductive system in order to produces the female reproductive cells. The last topic is adolescence and health. As we know that when the children enters the age of the adolescence, the cells or the metabolic reactions, they become so active, and even the excess amount of the sweat and oil is secreted in the adolescence. So, to maintain all these changes, the adolescents should keep them in a hygienic condition. They should maintain the hygienic conditions, and they should take care of their cleanliness. So, cleanliness is a very basic and important step that needs to be followed by the adolescents in order to maintain the changes that happens in their body. And the other thing is balanced diet. As the bones and the muscles are in a rapid growth, the teenagers should not eat the junk food. They always attract towards the junk food, but it is not a good habit. They should have a balanced diet so that their muscles and the bones can achieve a better growth, and it doesn't lead to the diseases like obesity or some other nutritious diseases. So, in this way, the balanced diet is also a very important step that should be maintained by the teenagers in order to protect themselves from the diseases and also to be healthy. So, this is about the lesson, the age of adolescence. That's all for today. Meet you in next class. Goodbye.